Hey all, Bob here, aka Mr. Reef Safe, and today I'm upgrading my protein skimmer from a Bubble Magus Curve 7 Elite to the Reef Octopus Elite 200 series. Before I get started on the install, I want to say that I was very happy with my Bubble Magus Curve 7 Elite, and before that I had a Bubble Magus Curve 5. And I liked both of them. They both did the job. They did a really good job. So why am I upgrading? Well, simple thing is, I've always wanted a Reef Octopus and I've never had one. The Bubble Magus is not a DC pump, it is an AC pump, and I always wanted a DC pumped protein skimmer, and I had the opportunity to do so. I had an amazing deal on it. Something that I could not resist, could not turn down, so I'm taking the opportunity and I'm going to be putting this in. For those of you that are interested in the Bubble Magus, it is an amazing skimmer. I think it does a wonderful job. I would have been happy with that one for the rest of my life on this aquarium. That being said, when you have the opportunity to upgrade and you get such a good deal like I do, you jump at it. It's something, like I said, I've always wanted a Reef Octopus. Now I've got one, and I can't wait to get it installed. And of course, I'll share with you the process of installing it. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it in an upcoming video. But for today, I just wanted to share that this is going on here, and I'm going to take the other one out. I'm going to show you the transfer, and I'll show you this one working. This next part should be pretty fun, and I'm hoping that it is. It is time to put the Reef Octopus into place, and it's quite a bit bigger than the last skimmer, so this might take a little bit of finagling to get in there. I'm just going to let the video go, and maybe I'll talk during it, maybe I won't. Shouldn't have put the silencer on yet, because now I've got to get it off the hose. But I'm just going to go ahead and try to get this going. And things like that you catch on camera just make life worth living, doesn't it? Two for two. This is big. Much bigger than my previous skimmer. I'd say the base size is probably twice as large, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. There comes that time when you're working on things that you hope that you didn't make a mistake, and I measured, but we're going to see if this is going to fit under here or not. I'm going to take the lid off for now just to make it a little easier to maneuver, but that's a big collection cup, and I just hope that it fits. This is going to be fun getting this in and out of here. That's why they say measure twice, cut once. I promise you, I did measure, and it looks like I need some practice on my measuring skills. Okay, I'm going to have to do some rearranging in here eventually. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to get the skimmer up and going. But the thought comes to my mind, there's a phrase, if you want to do things regularly, they need to be easy. And this hobby is no different. So this is going to be a pain in the butt if I continue to do it this way. So I'm going to have to reconfigure this. Likely what I will do is in February, when I do my whole tank cleaning, when I break down the sump and take everything out of the sump, I will probably work on redoing it, unless I get a very generous soul that wants to come and help me do some wire maintenance. Then I might be able to do it before then. Up to that point, I think, though, this is the way it's going to be for a little while, and I'm just going to have to live with it. So on to the lid being put on, and yeah, this is going to have to change. There's no question that this is going to have to change. let me think what I can do here. What I can do to make things a little bit easier is to make sure that the drain valve is on this side. That way, you know, if I don't feel like taking the whole thing off to clean it, I can at least drain it into a cup or something. Let's see, I think what I'm going to need to do is move this out of the way for a moment. I hope I can do that. I have everything packed in here so tight because I want, so the way the water box is set up is that side is supposed to be for like the auto top off. I didn't want that. I wanted a dry side. So this was a preference that I took on because I wanted something very specific. I wanted a dry side to my sump. If it had the ATO on that side, it would not have been a dry side. That would have been wet as well. And I wanted as much equipment over there, the electronic equipment over there, so that it wasn't in the wet side. So I made choices, and now I've got to live with them. So I think that might just have to sit on there for now until I get this figured out. So I'm going to be doing a lot more work. There's these upcoming weekends or days off that I have. But for now, I mean, the doser is in place, so it's not going to, certainly not going to fall. I got to put the hose back onto the silencer because that is the CO2 scrubber portion of it. And I may change that a little bit later because, you know, I don't really need the silencer on there. I just need an adapter, excuse me, for the hose to put hose to hose. So I might just switch that up, and that'll be a little bit more space that I have. I think it is time to do some wire work, and I'm not going to record that because, again, it's a complete mess back there, and I mean, you can already see as much of my shame as I'm willing to admit here, but I'll get that going and I'll be back in a few moments. In reality, it took about 30 minutes, but let's see how it goes. I have not done anything. I plugged it in and I turned it off immediately, so I know that there's power going to it, but I want to see how it works. So let's give it a shot here. And the outlet is now on. Here we go. Now I believe this is set to full power right now. I have not looked at the controller when I turned it on. Of course, it came on right away, but I turned it back off. And I'll play with the controls on it, but it's going to have a break-in period, so I'm going to let it run for a few days before I even worry about it. I think it might work well, but we'll see that in a future video. So I'm sorry for the cramped quarters. Things got, you know, life just got in the way, and I had a lot of things come up, so I was delayed. I really wanted to do this a week and a half ago, but this is the first chance I had. So I wanted to get this done. I could have got this done very quickly, but I wanted to get done on video because I know there's a few people interested in it. But I hope that this was entertaining for you at the very least, and after I've used it for a while, I will give a review on it. I hate giving a review on something that I have not used, and I need to give this some time. I am very excited that I have a Reef Octopus, very first one I've ever had, and I've always wanted one. I don't know if you can see in the video, but back here you can see I did take the silencer off. The silencer came off, and I just used a little piece of rigid hose to attach the hose going to the pump, and the hose going to the CO2 scrubber. So that's one less thing in the way. You know, not that that was a big problem. All this will be fixed on an upcoming video, I'm sure. So stay tuned. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope at the very least this was entertaining, and for the best, I hope that it was educational. Talk to you soon.